Neverending Chain by Dragon Translator. Chapter 166. I will defend him.
You sought to test one who had already been tested. I do not need your counsel. Your father will not be pleased by your actions. My father is not here. You would be surprised. I have no need to continue speaking to you. Then listen.
The Waygard took the measure of enjoyment in watching the female wind shrieker jerk at the tone his voice took. She had done that when he and her alpha had warned her not to. She had thought her way was the right one. She forgot that her father sought to rid all the dragons of that way of thinking. She forgot that believing themselves right and superior had been why the alphas of old wrought chaos upon all of dragonkind and almost destroyed everything set in motion from the very beginning. The Waygard was done being polite to one who had not learned her lesson in the many seasons she had been alive. The Waygard had enough placating her, just because she was a very old friend's daughter, and he had asked the Waygard to guide her.
The one you made to feel was not welcomed is the one I am here for. The one you caused to leave this cavern is the one who must be shown the way. I will execute my duty, because I vowed that to your brother. You would do well to never harm that human again, no matter how right you think you are. I will defend him next time, and it will not be yelling that you endure.
The Waygard left the cavern then. His ears caught the sound of the female hissing and the sounds of the prince scrambling to find its new prince. The Waygard sighed. He hoped the female's ill-conceived actions had not set everything back. He must show the human the way. He must show the human the past secreted away to safeguard it for this moment. He had made that vow long ago, before he ever found his rider. But being here, this far from his rider, it caused a strain. The Waygard headed away from the noise of the search. He had given the alpha 2 turnings of the sun and moon, and it still amused him that the alpha immediately remembered the human term for that. Much had been learned when the humans stayed within the nest, and much had been lost when those same humans had to leave. Soon, even the parts hidden would be revealed. But for now, he would return to his sleeping den and rest. He had to keep his strength, even with the yawning hole tearing at his soul. He had to be prepared. Once his duty was discharged, he could return to his friend, his rider, his human. For now, he would sleep. The boys got to him first. Hiccup no more stepped into the nest fully than all 3 younglings raced ahead of everyone. Spike Storm pressed against Hiccup's right side. Silverfire pressed against Hiccup's left side. Sandblast stopped in front of him and rose to his hind legs, which put his head right even with Hiccup's nose. This did not stop Sandblast from trying to hook his forelegs over Hiccup's shoulders. Hiccup realised what the youngling wanted and ducked a bit. Sandblast cooed and gripped Hiccup much like Toothless's mother did earlier.
Uncle Alpha, that elder was mean. Uncle Elder Fishlegs yelled at her for you.
Hiccup blinked, but was unable to look at his friend for confirmation, because Sandblast tried to enclose Hiccup with his wings. His brothers screeched in protest. Hiccup heard Toothless chuff, and then heard the boys grumble in the old tongue, "Sons, let him breathe." Hiccup made it a point to scratch each of his nephew's chins before they stepped back to let the others move closer. Toothless's father stood right behind the Sandblast, who had returned to all fours.
My son, Toothless's father began. I am sorry she did that to you. I told her not to. I told her to leave those blasted tests back in the past along with the stupid thinking that dragons know better just because we can use magical breath attacks. Know this, you are wanted, and you are very much welcomed in this nest.
Hiccup glanced back towards the opening, and then turned to Toothless's father and smiled.
Someone sat with me out there. A night fury that said you know him, and let him come and go as he pleases. He talked with me over what happened, and told me that what she was doing. He told me to stop overthinking what others think of me, and to remember that my flock and my nest love me, and that cannot be changed by outsiders.
Okay, I want to meet this Night Fury, Astrid said. I've been telling you that for a while now, and you haven't listened to me yet. Hiccup chuckled, then looked down at Sandblast, who had decided to sit down right in front of him. Sandbloss tilted his head, and Hiccup heard the youngling hiss. You want me to move so you and Aunt Lady Alpha can do that suffocating lick thing, right? Hiccup sent a glare towards Toothless as the rest of the Berkeian nest dragons and humans started cackling. Toothless's father and mother, and several other adult dragons, who were all with them, looked between those cackling at Hiccup. Hiccup knew his face was red again, since Toothless's mother and father stared at him with the same concern he saw when Toothless's father asked if Astrid massaging his neck was magic too. What is this lip suffocating thing? Toothless's mother asked. Hiccup swallowed hard and then coughed.
It's kissing, he said, feeling his ears burn. Toothless did not know what Astrid and I were doing at first, and he said it looked like we were suffocating each other.
The two Night Furies turned to Toothless. He shrugged his wings. It's what it looks like. Ask Stormfly, she was there. The alpha pair turned to Stormfly. Stormfly squawked and shook her head. It does look like that. Hiccup fell under the gaze of all the dragons from the nest standing in the corridor. Toothless's father tilted his head.
Son, why do you do this thing?
Hiccup wanted to be somewhere far from where he stood. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Yay, they're rallying around him. The boys being so affectionate and Sandbloss being almost territorial with it. Flipping cute. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified for whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night, or whatever time zone you're in. Check me out on Coffee and Twitter as well. Links in the description below. Bye!